Preview, Manchester City vs Aston Villa, prediction, team news, lineups, Premier League, Gameweek 31. Team news and probable lineups. Man City's team news. Manchester City eagerly anticipates the imminent return of Kevin De Bruyne, whose recovery edges closer with each passing day. Nevertheless, the upcoming match arrives too soon for the Belgian maestro, alongside Matheus Nunes, who also remains unavailable. Manager Pep Guardiola finds himself navigating a maze of tactical considerations, with pressing concerns arising from the looming absence of key players. Both Rodri and Jack Grealish find themselves on thin ice after accumulating 5 bookings each ahead of Matchday 19, triggering an automatic one-match suspension in the Premier League. Guardiola must now navigate the upcoming fixture without 2 integral components of his midfield machinery, requiring astute adjustments to maintain Manchester City's formidable momentum. Aston Villa's team news. In the realm of player fitness and suspensions, Aston Villa grapples with ongoing absences as Bertrand Traoré, Emiliano Buendia, and Tyrone Mings remain sidelined due to long-term injuries. However, a glimmer of hope shines as Boubacar Kamara returns from suspension, injecting vitality into the team's lineup. Data analysis. In the realm of English football, clashes between Manchester City and Aston Villa often ignite fervent anticipation among fans. When Manchester City hosts Aston Villa at their home ground, the outcome frequently echoes a familiar scoreline, 3-1, a result witnessed in 4 encounters. Over the last quarter-century, when Manchester City has commanded their home turf, they've dominated proceedings with 21 victories out of 25 encounters, conceding only 20 goals while netting an impressive 67 times. In a broader spectrum encompassing 51 meetings, Manchester City's supremacy persists, clinching triumph 33 times, with Aston Villa managing a mere 7 victories. The goal difference speaks volumes, tilted heavily in favor of Manchester City, with a tally of 106 goals compared to Aston Villa's 44. Aston Villa's triumph on Manchester City's home soil remains a distant memory, dating back to 2007. Recent encounters have yielded varied results, a 3-1 victory for Manchester City in their stronghold, while Aston Villa held their ground with a 1-1 draw on their home turf. Did you know? Manchester City's scoring prowess peaks between the 76th and 90th minutes, contributing 24% of their goals during this late surge, while Aston Villa demonstrates potency in the early stages, striking 30% of their goals between the 16th and 30th minutes. Currently, Manchester City stands undefeated in their last 22 matches, boasting 4 consecutive victories at home and an impeccable record of 40 unbeaten matches on their home turf. Meanwhile, Aston Villa remains resilient on their travels, avoiding defeat in their last 8 away fixtures. Notably, Manchester City holds a dominant record against Aston Villa at home, maintaining an unblemished streak in their last 8 encounters. In the ongoing Premier League campaign, Manchester City's home dominance is evident, with an impressive record of 10 wins and 4 draws. Erling Haaland leads Manchester City's scoring charts with 18 goals, while Ollie Watkins spearheads Aston Villa's attack with 16 goals. Julian Alvarez and Ollie Watkins orchestrate their team's attacks with 8 and 10 assists respectively. However, both Rodri and Douglas Luiz tread cautiously, accumulating 8 yellow cards each for their respective sides. In a remarkable ascent, Aston Villa has surged from 8th position a year ago to the 4th spot presently, accumulating 56 points compared to their previous tally of 44 points. Analyzing their recent performances, Manchester City holds the upper hand, prevailing in 53% of their first halves, while Aston Villa trails closely behind with 44%. However, the outcome of their last encounter favored Aston Villa, who clinched victory by a solitary goal. Statistically, Manchester City exhibits superior performance both in the Premier League overall and in recent matchups against Aston Villa. Their average goal count stands at 1.8 goals per game against Aston Villa, with the latter managing 1.2 goals on average. With an average of 3 goals per meeting, matches between Manchester City and Aston Villa promise excitement and goals galore. However, both teams seek redemption after faltering in their previous league fixtures. On home soil, Manchester City unleashes a formidable offensive onslaught, averaging 2.53 goals per game, while Aston Villa endeavours to counter with an average of 1.6 goals per away fixture.